Hello and welcome to our November reading. I'm actually blown away that I'm doing a November reading already. I can't believe we've got 2 months left of the year. What's happening? I mean, I'm excited. I love this time of year, sort of October, November, December. Oh, great, isn't it? But yeah, it seems to have really picked up momentum this year. Beginnings seem to be quite slow, methodical, and then we've just gathered speed the last few months. So let's have a look at our astrology first, and then we'll go over and we'll do our card spread for the energy for the coming month. So November, we are looking at a time of deep reflection, taking really meaningful actions. Anything we're doing, be really mindful, be thoughtful, have a process for the actions that you're taking. It's a real time for personal development. So anything that you're wanting to achieve or learn, this is a really good month to start planning and putting those things into action. So we start off our month with a new moon on the 1st of November. So we jump feet first straight in. And that full moon is in Scorpio, as if you've seen it, Claire did a live earlier in the end of October. So this new moon is going to help assist with healing, transforming situations. So it's going to, anything that isn't actually completed yet and you're still working on, or you know that you have areas that you want to come to an end, this is going to help bring that completion about. So use that introspection and really visualize areas where you want profound change. This new moon is going to help you bring in those big changes that we want to see. That sort of started at the end of August into September. So these big changes gathering momentum, as we said, that speed coming in now. On the 2nd of the month, Mercury, our planet of communication, enters Sagittarius. So this will bring thoughts and communications. It brings an optimism. It helps you expand your mind, helps you think bigger. Okay, so anything that you're, any thoughts that you're having, anything you're trying to bring about, think big, think really optimistically. It's also going to help us to explore new ideas and sort of open our mind to new opportunities or new collaborations that might be coming about. And then for the next week or so, there's a lot of activity, lots of planetary alignments, trines, and oppositions. So there might be some power struggles with that energy. You might find yourself having minor disagreements or butting heads, or even inner conflict, just a little bit of a bit topsy-turvy energy there. So just be mindful of yourself overgiving. So emotionally, financially, try not to allow yourself to be drained of your energy at that time. So be bold, and anything you are doing, try and work with passion and enthusiasm, because there might be a tendency just to spiral down into a lower vibrational thinking and feel negative about stuff, or to not want to not have the enthusiasm to want to go and do stuff. So you might have to push yourself a bit harder. So try that sort of week, that first week in November, try just holding your vibration high and go at things thinking, I've got a good mindset, I'm going to go in and be enthusiastic. From the 11th, Venus, our planet of love, enters earthly Capricorn. So this is going to bring strong focus on relationships, okay, and connections. So it will bring attention particularly to long-term plans and commitments. So if you're looking at a business relationship, you might be looking at a longer term commitment with someone. If you're signing a lease somewhere, it may be that you're going to look to sign on for a longer term. It may be that in relationships, you're taking things to the next level, or you're starting to have commitment where you're thinking about moving in with someone or possibly getting engaged, or those longer term plans, moving to a bigger home, that sort of commitment happening. Then we have our full moon in Taurus. That's on the 15th. So this powerful lunar event is going to illuminate themes relating to our stability and security. So all those things we're rooted to, all those, both emotionally and in the material realm, they're going to be illuminated to us areas of weakness, areas of strength, you're going to be shown them. So you're going to want to bring balance between your emotional needs and your material needs. Okay, so things that are getting illuminating, it's gonna highlight areas of you that might need work, or that are going to show you where your strength lies. Okay, so trying to let go of anything that's preventing your positivity or your personal growth there. So yeah, things are going to be, it's just going to start highlighting to you areas both internally, externally, where there might be a bit of work needed, or things you're doing really, really well. You'll be shown them. From the 16th, the sun soars into Scorpio, and it's in opposition with Uranus and Taurus. So this face-off can bring unexpected energy and unexpected events. Okay, so we're sort of seeing change or maybe disruption to plans, or your plans that you've already made might take a deviation. You might divert off somewhere else. So just be flexible and sort of have an awareness that if you make plans around that time, things might take a little shift. There might be a little bump in the road, but if you're flexible, you're gonna bounce back. You'll be absolutely fine. Just be adaptable. Expect the unexpected. Might also be new opportunities that come in, or a new way to do old things. You might be shown a different way you're going to need to do things, and actually it might be a better way. Sorry, my phone just went on low battery mode there. On the 19th, Pluto enters Aquarius, and that's going to make a big collective transformation. So you might see that your spiritual and non-spiritual friends are being affected by the energies at that point. This might be people awakening to stuff. It might be people setting new boundaries. It might be that you're coming up against questioning from people, where they're just sort of looking at their life experience and having this almost like an ascension, where they're starting to see things differently, seeing the world differently around them. And for people who deal with sort of the spiritual realms, they might see this transformation or ascension. So you might find that you're having additional humming in the ears or downloads, a lot of contact from spirit. Might find electrical stuff is, you know, lights might be going, your TV might turn itself on and off. That sort of, yeah, this sort of funky energy going on, but it's a collective energy. It's very powerful. On the 22nd, heralds the sun going into Sagittarius. Okay, and Sagittarius is a sign full of adventure. So we want change and actually travel, both physical travel. So you're going to take yourself to different places. You might push yourself out of your comfort zone. And yeah, so physically and emotional travel. You might literally physically want to go to different places. That might be abroad, or you might just want to travel and see people or go to different places. So the next 4 weeks, you're going to be longing for new horizons. You'll be desperate for something new, desperate for adventure. So yeah, seeking personal growth, personal development. It's going to be a real time for you to be wanting to learn new stuff, wanting to have new experiences. And your relationships will be gaining strength along with your finances at this point. So that's sort of midway through the month, around the 22nd, we start seeing our relationships, finances, and our own personal development sort of picking up this lovely vitality, this gorgeous energy coming in. And then from the 25th, Mercury goes retrograde. So depending on how this affects you, you might find that your communication becomes easier. Most people are going to find that they have to be a little bit careful so that what they're saying isn't misunderstood, or there isn't a confusion with something that you either write or say to somebody else. It is a really good time to review and revisit your goals when you're in retrograde. So just, they might come up, they might start to bubble to the surface, and you think, that's not what I want anymore, this is changing, and you see a shift. And it's a really good time to start looking at that. So maybe between the 25th to the end of the month, you might find it a really good time to start journaling and having a look at your plans. Have things changed? Has anything shifted? And then new things that have come in, you want to add on to that list of desires and your goals. And then finally, at the end of the month, on the 30th, we see a second new moon in November. And here we're asked to dream big and really pursue like aspirations, okay? So you need to have your optimism, your faith, really, really seek out those big goals and go for them. Put them down, either journal them, do a affirmation, something like that, a way of putting down, usually on paper is a really good one, just because it sort of brings your those thoughts into focus, and then they're written. It becomes like a spell. When we put things in writing, it becomes like a prayer or a spell or an affirmation. It becomes something we're putting out there into the universe that we're asking for, and we're bringing it to our reality. So yeah, really think big here. The bigger the better for this month. And obviously we're still in this period where the veil between spiritual and our earthly realm is very thin. And so just expect those downloads, expect messages, expect signs and signals. They're always there, but this month they're going to be particularly high, just like the end of October. We're going to be stepping into, particularly the first few days of the month, we're still in a period where we're celebrating our ancestors. And so you might feel their energy, you might want to celebrate their energy, maybe have pictures out of loved ones, or their favourite smells, their favourite foods, something like that, and just have them in your thoughts for the beginning of the month. But it will carry on through and right through November. But it's a really lovely period just to celebrate them and give thanks for all their support and keeping them in our memories. So yeah, talking about them, thinking about them. Favourite foods is one of my best ones. I love that. And actually my granddad, bless him, had a particular type of bubble bath. It was very expensive and it was a real treat. When we went around there, if you could smell the bubble bath and you knew granddad had run you a bath, it was fantastic. So anything like that brings them into your heart, brings that joy, then try and embrace that through November. Okay, so let's change our camera angle and we're going to go over and have a look at the tarot and our oracle and see what energies are coming out there, see if that's aligning with our overall energy for the month. So first of all, I thought I would pull a charm actually for the energy. So as always, when I do them for everyone, I just close my eyes and see which one comes out for us. Oh, I've got a couple there, I think. We have a gecko and a heart. Lovely. And I don't know why today, but I was really drawn to my teacup candle. You can see that. I might have to show you on the other camera. It smells of rose, and my mum and my daughter made it actually. So I was really drawn to that today. So I don't know if anyone is particularly keen on teacups. Maybe it's something like that, or cups of tea. Maybe we need lots of them this month. Okay, so let's have a look first at the elemental oracle and see what energies are coming through for November. Feel that one? Oh, my voice went a bit croaky there, and that one. Oh, and that one wants to come too. Okay, let's have a look. So we have magic, alchemy. We have the rain card, based on the last few days. That's very relevant. And then we have the time card with discipline. Okay, right, let's have a look next at the energy oracle cards. So energy for November, please. Okay. Oh, there's quite a few coming. Okay, thank you. So we have the 7th chakra, angel, I think that said Ariel. Could be Uriel, but I think it's Ariel. I'm sorry if I've said that wrong. You have to let me know. I'm not great at the archangels, actually. We have the appreciation card. And that's just got a rose, just like my teacup. Okay, we have man holding a heart. That's our Venus energy coming through. We have happy family. Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? Move my tarot out the way. We have the journey card. Tuck that there. And we have the broken heart. Let's put that one there. Make some room. Sorry, lovelies. Okay, so what energies are there for November, please? Where they got wedged? Right. Fly out. They're shuffling funny today. There's funny energy in the air. Oh, dear me. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Just get the ones off the floor. Oh, let's have a look. So we had the Son of Swords, which flew. We have the Chariot and the Two of Swords. We have the High Priestess card. Lovely for all our intuition coming through there for this month. And the synchronicity there, look, already 2 2s. We have the Father of Swords. So that's the King of Swords as well as the Sun. We have the Tower. Just going to pop them over each other just for a minute. And then we have the Nine of Cups. That's our wish fulfillment. Beautiful. Let's hope so. We have the Daughter of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Wands. And we have the Justice card. Okay, right, let's go back and have a look what energy we're going to have this month. So lots of lovely cards there. So let's start with our charm, our gecko. Here he is. Can you see him there? So the gecko symbolises regrowth, rebirth, regeneration. I assume because they can lose their limbs and then regrow them. Native Americans see the gecko as a good luck charm, charm, there you go, as a good luck symbol. And the Polynesians actually see them as deities, so they're like a god. So often you see, don't you, like Aztec styled tattoos and things, which are lizards and geckos. So that's our gecko charm. And then we had our heart charm. So to me, the heart, obviously, I know it's one of Tracy's signs that she sees all the time, but heart's obviously love, emotions, connections, heartbreak, romance. Did I already say romance? I'm repeating myself. Yeah, just emotions, strength sometimes, but yeah, and an inner, our inner heart. So they're lovely. And obviously in our astrology, there's a lot about connections and things this month. So let's start with our gorgeous magic card. So, wasn't that on, was it? No, 41. Okay, so this is our magic card here. And so this is basically a time for creating our desires. I get a real sense of healing energy from this card, healing ourselves and others. And I also got a sense of not like pushing ourselves to stay on our path, stay on that divine journey, be guided by your inner alchemy, your inner magic. It is leading you in the right direction. Here we've got it looks a bit like a compass to me. So yeah, sort of don't let doubt hold you back. Keep reaching for things. Whenever I see hands, often I see healing. So it could be that it's a time where people are going to need more healing. If you are a healer, that you might be called upon to do more healing. You might be very busy at work. Or it might be a time where you need to focus on yourself for self-healing. And And here I see this as like an angel wing. I don't know whether you see that as well. But again, it's that connecting with spirit, connecting with our higher selves, and really stepping into that energy this month, this energy of the divine. And then we had our discipline, the time card. And with this card, I'm getting a sense of sort of time creating the things you want. Try not to be distracted too much by time, feeling like you're running out of time, there's not enough time, when's the right time, because obviously you can never miss out on those opportunities that are meant for you. And I feel like you're holding the key to open these opportunities when you're ready, because as you see on the tree, there's all these keys hanging as well. So if there are opportunities and you're worrying about the timing of them or when they're going to happen, are they going to come in? Spirit here are particularly telling you that those keys are there, and at any time you can open the opportunity, you can unlock that next thing for yourself. Really, really drawn to her singing into a microphone. I'm not sure, maybe it's public speaking, maybe it's singing. I feel like this is the time, this is the time to grow in areas that maybe you're a bit nervous in. So this month, if you do something like singing or as I say, public speaking or putting yourself out there, having to say something to someone, this is the time to do it. Speak your truth, say the words you need. And look, she's beautiful, isn't she? She's like a 40s, might even be 20s, can't really see from the dress. But yeah, really beautiful, stepping into that energy. I think it's like seeing the Charleston or something, this gorgeous energy, being upbeat, spring in your step for this month. And yeah, you hold the keys. And also this tree is not rooted. Now, often we talk about being rooted and grounded, don't we? And this tree is well and truly in the air. And I'm being told, do it even if it's pie in the sky. So if there's something that you're thinking about that you're umming and ahhing about, maybe other people think it's a bit out there or a bit crazy or it's not tangible just yet, don't give up on it, keep going for it. Okay, so then we have the beautiful rain card. I love this card. So here I feel like we're cleansing away the old, any old ways. But if you look in the card, you'll see that everything's flourishing here, everything's growing, and she's being filled up from the inside. So even if outside things are a bit tough, you know, on a rainy day and we're feeling it's difficult, we're in the doldrums, you're definitely allowing abundance in, allow it to flow. This energy coming in, sometimes energies can feel like they're a bit heavy or a bit difficult. If you just allow it in, transmute it into something that works for you, change it into something that works for you. The rain, you know, we can all see it as a dreary, miserable day, can't we? But we can also see that it's watering our plants, it's helping growth. And so all those things are happening to us right now. And it's just a time to really embrace it. Yeah, allow this washing away of sort of old ideas, old values, old beliefs, and also others that have a hold on you. I'm seeing it like she's bound up. Don't allow others' opinions this month to sort of bind you to conform in a certain way. Like, you do it your way, because I feel like, yeah, it's washing away those old expectations, particularly other people's expectations of you. Try and let them go. I didn't mention, I think I mentioned briefly, didn't I, when I did the cards, but we have two cards that are 41 here. And we have 3 2s. So I'm just going to say this, otherwise I forget, because I'm, you know what I'm like, my brain goes off at a billion tangents, doesn't it? And we had 2 9s as well. And there's just a lot of 4s and 5s. So I feel like there's this change and transformation, and we're nearing completion of something. So I feel like something is shifting and changing, and this nearing of completion. And with the 2s, I feel like this month you're in balance. You've created this balance from the last couple of months, and I feel like you're in this gorgeous energy, and and you're able to be flowing with this duality in and out of different emotions, different feelings, different energies. And so keep with that this month, but it's definitely well and truly in the reading, this sense of duality. Okay, our next card. So we had man holding a heart. Here he is. Looks like something from a romance novel, doesn't he? So this card can be about male connections. And there is actually quite a lot of male energy I'm feeling throughout this reading, and actually through November. So it can be that you're just going to start balancing your masculine and feminine energies within you. It might be within your relationships and connections. Can be a new man coming in. And it can also be a shift in energies in men in your life. So this card talks all about sort of a better... So like a man being more family orientated, more connected to his family, which really ties in with the happy family card that came out as well. So yeah, if it's not a new person coming in, this is a man or a male energy within your family or friendship group who is helping tie together those connections. So if it's on at work, it will be someone that is like a father figure at work who helps pull all the connections together. If this is like a husband, father, he's going to be like head of the family, really stepping into his energy, leading the way, but in a really gentle and loving way. Which is interesting actually, because November we have National Men's Day, and we also have National Men's Mental Health. So November, I don't know a lot about the months of the year, but maybe November actually is associated with men, the male energy. I'm not sure. Then we have the 7th chakra, that Archangel Ariel. I don't know how to say her name. I do apologise if I'm saying it wrong. You may correct me, obviously. So she's also known as the Fire of God. So she is about passion and communication with the divine. She is our crown chakra. So she's all about allowing spirit to flow freely through you. I couldn't put my teeth in then. So yeah, real cool this month to open up that crown chakra, open the third eye, allow spirit to communicate with you, allow in any signs, symbols, just be open to messages really. And if you are struggling, if you need advice or information, because I see she's got her book here, I feel like tap into it. I'm sure that this archangel is to do with the Akashic records. Tracy will probably know more about that than me. But yeah, I'm sure she can help you access your Akashic records. So your, like your soul contracts, your past lives, future lives, everything that's written for you. I'm sure she helps you access them. So it may be something that you want to tap into those Akashics records. If you're after information or you feel like you're seeking knowledge. So yeah, if there's something that comes up this month where you're seeking knowledge for yourself, inner knowledge, have a look, or maybe just have a look at what she represents. Yeah, there's something there. Next card was the gorgeous journey card. So look at that. Adventure. What did we say? Sagittarius was all about adventure. And so this energy is coming through in our cards as well. So it's all about journey, movement. It can be about going on a retreat. Some of us are going on a retreat in November. Can be work trips. So yeah, basically pack your bags, you're off. You're going on an adventure. So all about movement, excitement, yeah, this energy of change and heading in new directions. And sometimes when you see the signpost there, she doesn't know maybe what direction, but she's literally going. She's packing her bag and she's dropping off all her worries and fears, because even the bridge looks a bit precarious, doesn't it? But she's leaving it all behind and she's off. So yeah, step into that excitement this month, step into the unknown, and go on an adventure. It doesn't matter if it's just going somewhere you've never been before, or meeting new people. But yeah, if the journey opportunity comes along, grab it with both hands this month. Then we had, which card next was it I want to look at? I think appreciation. So appreciation here. So here's our beautiful lady standing with her rose, but actually surrounding her are sort of thickets and brambles. You know, she could be stung or spiked at any time, and she's serene because actually she can see that she's got what she desired. She has her goal, and yes, it may have been tricky, and yes, there were hurdles, but she's overcome them. So despite the surroundings, despite the obstacles, see the beauty, try and be positive when you can, and use appreciation to overcome any challenges this month. So anything that's a bit difficult, just take that moment, take a breath and think, I'm really grateful for, or I appreciate this. Sometimes it's very hard to do in situations where, you know, you can't see a way out. And no one is saying you should hide from those emotions or push them away, because we shouldn't be in perpetual positivity and glee and happiness. That's not real life. And we're here to experience ourselves as human beings, and that's what we are. Our spiritual side might be happy clappy all the time, but the human side isn't, and that's that balance. It's always balancing it. So when we're in those moments, it's fine to feel them. You know, if you've fallen in the brambles, it's not a good day. But when you come out of that energy, if you can slip straight back into finding something good about the experience, something that came out of it that was positive, then that's really what we talk about when we say staying in positivity, or you know, use gratitude and appreciation to help you through, help you stay in those high vibrations. It doesn't mean don't feel those low vibrations, it's just not staying in them. And it's learning to shift yourself out of them quicker, because sometimes we can sit there, can't we, for a while with things. And if they're not clearing particularly, then it's a really good time to sort of journal all the things, you know, even while you're grizzling and crying at all the rubbish that's happening. You know, if you can write down all the good things, and at some point when you come to it, that's actually going to help lift you, but not until you're ready. We have the Heartbroken card here. Now the Heartbroken card is to do with grief and loss, and darkness, often to do with hurts that happened a long time ago that surface, and we learn that we need to heal from them. And so it's to do with sort of moving away from those old feelings, those old emotions, working through them, sort of feel them and learn to work through them, but then learning to let go of them, move beyond them. You don't want to stay in that energy for too long. Also, this card is talking about letting go of outdated connections, okay, and making yourself a priority. So I know for myself in the last week or so, and from good friends, that a lot of us are really waking up to connections that we have. And it is heartbreaking when you realise you've outgrown them, or when it no longer is right for you in your life, or you've just drifted apart and you think, I don't have anything relatable with that person anymore. And there is a sadness, and it's okay to grieve that loss, but there is that time to move on. It can be physical loss. It can be, you know, that we're physically grieving. And as I said in the astrology reading, it is a really lovely time to honour our ancestors, and just remembering all the good memories, the lovely things about them, the things we enjoyed, and working through any heartbreak within that grief, because sometimes grief comes with guilt and shame, and pain with the loss, and anger, all emotions that can surface with grief. Grief is it's like a wave that you can't express until you've experienced it. And the things that come up are sometimes quite unexpected, and you didn't even know you were carrying them. You don't know what they're about, and then you feel guilty. So yeah, it's a real roller coaster. And sometimes you're not ready to delve into that because the loss is very fresh. And so it is just at those points trying to sit with it, move through it until those timings are right to start dealing with those different aspects of grief. And if you can look at it with love, with an open heart, that does make it slightly easier. But no aspect of grief is easy, and it's different for everybody. And also during Claire's new moon live as well, I can't remember the lady, was it Sandy? Sorry, I've forgotten her name. She actually said that more people die this month, so it could be the loss of people. So I hope not, but all those energies are there this month bubbling around. But alongside them, we have the happy family. And so here, this always reminds me of the Ten of Cups, if you know the tarot. It's very relatable to Ten of Cups because it's all about having fun and frivolity with our closest loved ones, our loyal friends. If you're really distracted with work and stuff, if you're busy, make time for these connections. Very important. Seek pleasure with loved ones. Yeah, it's a great distraction. It's a great time out. It's good for the soul. Can also indicate another card indicating new relationships, one with a ready-made family. So you might meet someone who's got children, or maybe you have children, or a blending of families. This is like the happy ever after card. You know, it's, look at them happy clapping down the beach. But yeah, real card of pleasure, can be a card of celebration. So might be parties, birthdays, anniversaries, weddings. All those elements are wrapped up in this card. So enjoyment, really enjoy aspects of this month. And I think that goes hand in hand with that adventure, and being open to these new opportunities, new things coming in, unexpected energies coming in, and perhaps a male energy, who knows? Not that I'm keeping everything crossed. So let's go over onto our tarot now. Sorry, there are so many cards, aren't there, this time? So we start with the Justice card. And the Justice card is about decisions this month. So speak our truth with this one. It's black and white, okay? The sword of truth is there in the middle. Something is black and white. Now you might be held in the middle of something, because we also have the Two of Swords, and I see this, it isn't the two, but I see it as a two, you know, the duality there. So speak your truth. It's black and white, but you may wish not to get involved if it's not a decision for you to make, if it's other people pulling you into something. Either stay in the middle and stay balanced, or you have to decide, if you think actually this decision is black and white and it may upset someone, speak your truth. Even if it's going to cause a division, if it's something you can't avoid, or you feel it's to do, it's yours, your decision, cut it, be black and white about it. If you think, well, that's the truth, I'm just going to speak my truth. It's talking about a good outcome. It's a fair outcome. It's just, but yeah, you have to, you know, cut through that issue with the truth. Leading from that, we have the Seven of Wands. And here it may feel like you're standing alone in a situation, and it might feel like everyone else is sort of falling away into the darkness and you're there shining your truth, and it might feel a bit like you're unsupported or alone, but the guidance here is just to keep being true, keep being honest. This internal fire is gonna illuminate this darkness, and with it illuminates others. So this is a black wand, and look, these are all white. So it's bringing out the best. It's bringing out the light. It's illuminating. And so your role might be to illuminate the truth somewhere this month. Someone might ask you something, or it might be to yourself. But there's an aspect where it's very black and white. It's very cut and dry, and you're going to be asked, or you might ask yourself, what's the truth in this matter? And just be strong, be true, and know that, yeah, it's all going to be all right. The truth, sometimes a harsh truth is necessary, isn't it? And, you know, harsh truth is better than a lie, is what they say, don't they? Daughter of Pentacles, I love this card. Under our rainbow, and we've got a couple of rainbows again in the reading, so that's another synchronicity, another thing to look out for maybe from Spirit this month. So our Daughter of Pentacles can sometimes be someone who is happy in the background. They might be a bit reserved or shy, a bit introverted, very hardworking, very responsible, dependable energy. And I feel like people are going to call upon your energy this month, because they see you, you know, you're the rainbow in the storm. So expect people to come to you this month. And this may actually be related, because the way I laid the cards, sometimes I put cards down and I realise I've done it subconsciously, but they come as like a pack, they come as a group. So yeah, there might be an energy of people coming to you for answers, decisions, advice, and you're being asked just to be truthful with them. Tell them truth. Sorry, my battery keeps telling me it's low. I should have charged it. I do apologise. So yeah, just be truthful. Know you've got support. You have the pentacle up here, which is all the elements. The 5 elements come together. So if you imagine the triangles of earth, wind, earth, air, water and fire, my brain went blank then, coming together, they create the 5 of pentacles. So that can be aspects of ourselves, it can be aspects of nature, it can be, but bring all your aspects together, speak your truth when needed. Don't shy away. And there might be opportunities this month where you have to step forward into the limelight a little bit, but be brave, be bold, because you're in your power. You know your stuff. Don't let imposter syndrome sort of creep in to that little voice in the ear that's, the little conscience. Don't let it push you back. Because we have the 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups to me is wish fulfillment. So any worries and fears are going to be cast away. You've got everything lined up that you need. You've done all your preparation, you have your knowledge, you have your life experience. And so these are bringing you gains in your life. They're bringing you harmony ahead, and often material gains. So this month, as we said in our astrological reading, your finances as well as relationships are taking a really positive turn. So expect a little bit more this month. Maybe you're going to end up at the end of the month with more than you thought you would have. Okay. Because your cups are overflowing. They're all lined up. They're all there. So yeah, you have nothing to fear, nothing to worry about. And so that ties in with this aspect of making a decision or being pushed in a direction where you're going to have to speak your truth possibly, or you're going to have to stand firm on something with yourself or against others. But yeah, it's all good. It's all working out for you. That's the wish fulfillment. And then we move on to our Son of Swords, our gorgeous owls. And so the Son of Swords, again, another male energy, lots of these male energies coming in. So this is someone of action. They take action, very graceful. They will push forward with their goals. Very patient. It's another father figure. But this is an energy of someone who may inadvertently take over. So he's swooping in, he's going in with his sword, cut through a situation. Very helpful and dynamic. But sometimes you might feel they're getting in the way, or they're stepping into a situation where you think, I can handle it. It may be energy you need to be in a bit more this month. If you need to step in again with this sword cutting through, put yourself into the mix and, or like raise your head above the parapet. That's the sort of energy, brave, bold, but done with grace and knowledge and wisdom. So at that time, you'll know it's the right thing to do. Follow your heart, follow your instincts, and no fear, straight in. Communication is key with the swords, clear words, clear thinking. You've got this. Because you've got the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess with the sword energy is like the ultimate, isn't it? It's the ultimate goal, because the High Priestess is very balanced. She's extremely wise. She's very patient. She has amazing psychic abilities. And this sort of inner strength, it comes from within. So those energies together, if you've got this calm, serene, she's the queen of her pride. She sits between her wisdom, sort of her internal intuition, and this external wisdom, life knowledge, and all her education. And yeah, she's sort of got it all. She's got a mix of it all. She's also very connected with spirit here with her crystal ball. So there might be things this month where, in order to keep that balance and that harmony and that serenity, you need to go inwards. You need to trust your intuition, go with your gut. This energy, I would say, before you go swooping in. So use your intuition, use your heart, open to things, and then go in for the action. Again, we have the Two of Swords here, which talks about being stuck in the middle of something, almost like an impossible decision. So if you are caught in the middle of other people's energies this month, you're going to have to decide whether you get involved, whether you try and help this resolution. And I think it's introspection that's going to help you here. But again, it's the swords, it's facing the truth. So you might want to help others see the truth. Also, it's seeing it from both sides, seeing it from both perspectives. You might find yourself being a mediator this month within something, within a situation, or maybe it's you weighing up two different decisions, two different actions. One might be that you're using your head and the other your heart. So again, caught in the middle of energy this month seems to be a theme. But you've got the Chariot. So the Chariot, again, wearing a pentagram. So very relevant this month. The Chariot is about confidence and focusing on where you're headed, what you want, what's the outcome, what your goals, and keep heading at them. The Chariot is going to take you there regardless, but you have the reins. You are steering, you are in control of your timing to a degree, you know, divine timing's everything, but you can always slow it down if you need to, or you can actually charge ahead when you're ready to. So this is a journey of discovery, really. So be sure in your head of where you want to go. Again, in the astrology planning, where are your goals? Are they still aligned? Have another look at them. Focus on the intentions that you want to set, potentially around that new moon, or either of the new moons. We have the Father of Swords. Again, another huge male energy, father figure. So there may be times this month when we need to remove ourselves emotionally from a situation. Okay, so seeing things from all angles again. So this really ties in with our Two of Swords energy, seeing things from different sides, allowing ourselves time, wisdom, to look at it from all angles. But yeah, be very mindful of letting your emotions run away with you. We need to balance our emotions with our logic, with our mind, our thinking side. But actually, sometimes we have to not be ruled by it. So don't let your emotions take over. Don't just react. Take time to respond to certain things and do it the way, you know, in a calm way, in a respectful way, and with the right intention, basically. This card also talks about family ties, really strong bonds. So again, it's this masculine energy coming in that is maybe an authority figure, a father figure, could be your energy that you need to be in this more masculine energy of authoritative logic, striving ahead. But there is a balance of this feminine. There's a lot of feminine energy here, the High Priestess, our magic cards, the appreciation cards, so there is this dynamic, that duality again of all those twos. But definitely this month, there's going to be times where you have to push forward into a masculine energy when dealing with challenging situations. So not using our feminine side and our emotions to deal with it, trying to listen to them, use your intuition, and then transfer it to logic, and then dealing with it in an assertive, straightforward way, with somebody, sort of straight talking. And again, we've got the rainbow colours here. So yeah, keep an eye out for rainbows this month. A little sign for you, or just a little nod. I love the little smiles from spirit. And so finally we have our Tower. So the Tower is often unexpected energy. Again, that came through with our planetary alignments. So you're being asked to really stay rooted, stay grounded when you need to, because there is times this month when you need to let things go and be free and spiritual. But there's also this time, if there's something around you that feels a bit difficult or challenging, stay rooted. This can talk about changing directions. It can talk about being flexible, and also sort of having a breakthrough of some sort. So if there's something that there's been an obstacle or a challenge and you've not been getting anywhere with it, or you're just feeling a bit stuck energy, this is going to shift it. Clears the air, doesn't it, when we have lightning? And so just be prepared for the unexpected. It may be that there's a different way to achieve the things you want. And so what happens is you have these tower moments, which clears everything out, and then we restart. But you're being asked to really stay rooted. So something might try and shake your tree. They might try and shake what you want to do, or it might be challenging you in an area. Stay firm, stay grounded. This energy, stand tall. You know, if you think this tree could light up and become this, stand tall, stand firm. You're grounded. You've got this, you're rooted, you know what you want. Yeah, so leaving behind any fear, it's come through in the reading, or anxiety, and just, yeah, when those challenging times come, if they do, or any hurdles or obstacles, just try and be flexible with it. Like the tree, it moves and sways so it doesn't uproot itself. You know, you're grounded, but you can still move and change and be dynamic and flexible where you need to be. So that's the energy for this month. I'm sorry it's very long. I didn't expect that many cards to fall out, but some beautiful energies coming through. So definitely this male dynamic coming through. I keep saying the word dynamic. It's not even a word I use very much, so I don't know, sorry. Definitely connection to spirit, using that intuition. Lots of beautiful connection. Maybe some periods of energies coming up, so grief, times of transition in connections, letting go of connection seems to be quite big this month. And yeah, this flexibility, and something this month's going to come up which is going to push you to either make a decision, be part of someone else's decision, might be others coming to you for help for decisions. And there's a real need for you to be bold, take a deep breath, hold your space, hold your energy, and speak from your heart, however that comes for you. Say it as it is what I'm being told. Say it like it is, because the truth is the truth. So again, those numbers that we said, we had the 41, 2, 2 9s, 2 3s. Angel numbers are everywhere. But yeah, really strong energies, loads of 4s. If you're seeing quadruple 4 everywhere, or 444, 444, you know, that sort of thing coming through a lot. And yeah, lots of adventure. That's the thing I forgot that was really exciting. I was thinking I've got this bubbling energy of excitement. I don't know why, but journey excitement this month. So have an amazing November. Please let us know what's happening through the month if you want to. We love hearing from you. And let's look forward to that extra financial stability and new relationships potentially coming in, or an upgrade in the ones we have, which is always beautiful. So sending love, take good care of yourselves, and I look forward to doing your personal readings, and then it'll be our December. Anyway, lots of love. Speak soon.